Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Nerdsters of the Universe.
Hey.
I'm Kerwin,
I'm Pizza.
and it's another week. Sorry about last week, guys. Work got really hectic. I didn't get home till like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I was just tired. I was beat.
Volume.
It doesn't let you mute it when you first pull it up. It's got to start playing first.
Oh, really?
But no, I got home and I was like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. I had a rough week.
Today was pretty rough too. It was like 100-something degrees, and
yeah,
going through barns and loading up trailers and stuff, sweating, and
we were supposed to get that Hurricane Henri or whatever it was.
Hurricane Henri?
Yeah, we were supposed to get that. My parents in Georgia called me up. It's coming up to you. Oh my God, it's going to get you. Batten down the hatches. It rained for 7 minutes. It was cloudy, rained for 7 minutes. I mean, it rained hard for about 7 minutes. The sun came out and it got drastically hot and humid. And then that was it, you know.
Captain Kung Fu!
Oh, there we go.
Hello. Have you done your homework? Been catching up on nerd stuff?
There we go. Oh, yeah, I got my nerd stuff today. This outfit I'm wearing it's a short sleeve Starfleet shirt. I got this literally over 25 years ago. I've been losing weight, with everything that's going on. I tried to put it on because I found it today when I was cleaning stuff out. I put it on. I'm like, well, hot snot, it fits. Look at that. So I figure I'm wearing it today, man.
Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, I'm wearing the same shirt I wore to work. I'm tired, all right?
I can imagine.
I'm going home, eat dinner, that stuff. I'm doing this. I'm going to take a shower, and I'm going to bed. But, no, man, auctions, fines. Like as people may know, I got those kryptonite. I've entered in my comic books that I brought home from it. And to give you an idea on that, let's see here. Let's look real quick.
Yeah, Captain Kung Fu. We saw the trailer. We're going to be getting into that.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that trailer. We'll get into that
hard.
While I'm pulling this up, speaking of comic books, Pizza. How did your free comic book day go? We didn't go live last week, so we didn't talk about FCBD.
I had some good finds, I think, last week. As you know, I go for like a lot of obscure stuff too, but I usually stick to DC a little bit. But I found an Elseworlds Batman years ago where he was like cowboy, pirate Batman, stuff like that. And I found a Batman Superman where they're both like cowboy versions. I've been getting into the Superman with his kids lately.
Yeah.
So he's been in there. The Spawn Universe ones I grabbed. These ones.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah, the Action Comics Superman's with his son. His son is becoming a regular part of the universe now. I got the Catwoman. They've introduced yet another Supergirl. So it's the Woman of Tomorrow now. Is it
a variant?
Yeah, this is a variant cover. This is an 8-issue series that's going to be out.
Nice. It's a good variant, man. You got to find one of those creators, artists at a Comic-Con and have them
sign it. Yeah.
Well, not just sign it. Do a little doodle. What do they call it?
Like some kind of caricature or something on it.
Yeah, they a quick drawing. I can't remember what they call it.
Like a quick sketch.
Long day at work today, guys. Sorry, my brain's not firing on all synapses. But,
and I'm a fan of the Lady Death stuff.
Yeah.
Lady Death, Purgatory, Chastity. So I found they're doing Vampirella and Purgatory. Series they've been doing for a while. And I was always a Vampirella from back in the day. In this, yeah, go figure. But yeah, the Supergirl one. Every time I see a new version or variant with that, I tend to pick it up to see what's going on.
Nice. Yeah. As far as my free comic book day finds, I just got some free comic books, the main ones. I bought some other books, but they weren't really big finds. It was just thumbing through the dollar bin and stuff like that. There was one free comic book I didn't get because my shop didn't order it, and I just didn't have the time to drive another 45 minutes to the other town that had a shop that was doing it. And it was Into the House of Slaughter. I really wanted to get that one, and I didn't get that one. And then there was another Star Wars book. He didn't have all of them. Because it costs them money. They have to pay like 50 cents an issue, and they have to order.
Yeah. There's some kind of amount. Yeah, they gotta.
Yeah.
Order a certain amount of them.
It's one of those that they pay the money for it, and then it brings people in, so they make money because they're selling their back stock. But he's only been open for almost a year now.
Yeah, my buddy Wade's got you'll see. If everything still works out and we're up here.
Well, I'm sure when I ask, if I want to get that Enter a House of Slaughter, he's probably got it marked for like $10 now because that's what
I don't know. But wait till you see his shop. He's got he's in a strip mall. He's been there for years, and he started out with one store. Now he's got 3 stores next to each other that he's just opened up, plus his basement and everything else. He's got some issues. Wow,
he's got issues.
He's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
that was really good. Holy crap! I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I have just started drinking this Black Rifle Coffee. I follow them on YouTube too, Black Rifle Coffee Company. They're all veterans. It's veteran owned, stuff like that. And I'm usually picky about my coffee and stuff like that. But since I like their videos and I think it's funny as hell, and they started selling it in my Walmart. So I grabbed some. This is espresso mocha, and it's really good. I'm probably not going to blink for the next 6 hours, but it's really good.
Hello, Queen's in the house. What's up, Hello Queen? All right, now
you missed the beginning, Hello Queen. I found this shirt 25 years ago, and I put it on today, and it actually fits me, so I kept it on.
Before I brought my comics, brought my comic buys home from the auction, that online auction, round 2 of Striker auction. My collection was sitting at $21.65 with an estimated value of approximately $12,400.
Holy crap!
That's where I was at before the end of this going through. I entered in my comics.
Put him down.
And now my collection, which at the same time, this is a little different. I've got more to enter in actually. Because guess what? Someone bought comics and didn't pay. But it wasn't a big amount, money-wise. It was about 2 short boxes of comics almost.
We bought, Robbie got one of them, you were saying about the bundles from Walmart?
Yeah, the Walmart 3-packs.
Yeah, we got 4 comics from Walmart the other day. I don't know where he put it.
They've got the DC 4-packs and the Marvel 3-packs.
This was a DC 4-pack.
Yeah, the thing about the Marvel 3-packs is something happened either with Diamond or with Marvel, and they were putting variants. I mean, they'll have some variants in them. Walmart's got their own variants that they'll get at times, and it'll be the one you see up front usually.
Yeah.
But sometimes they'll get some 1 in 20, 1 in 25 variants, ones that they had overstock of at Diamond, not enough stores ordered enough of the copies to send out all the variants.
Yeah.
They were getting store exclusive variants. They were getting 1 in 1,000 variants.
Yeah, there was a little label in there that said you have the possibility of a foil variant or some sort of variant cover and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, like I said, Walmart has their own variant line, and you can get those, but store exclusive variants aren't supposed to be going to Walmart. They're store exclusive.
Right.
It's like that store makes a deal with Marvel that they will buy X amount of copies and they get a certain number of their own variants to sell.
Okay.
Well, if that variant shows up in a Walmart pack, then that means somebody printed more variants than they were supposed to, or the store didn't get all the variants they were supposed to.
Yeah.
And then Walmart's getting to sell them. And I don't know, it's caused a big to-do. They've been calling it Walmart Gate. Or Variant Gate's what they've been calling it, Variant Gate. But yeah, no. But now, like I said, this person they bid on some, they didn't pay, but like it was a minuscule amount,
Yeah.
like $30 or something. But it was almost two short boxes worth of comics
Oh my
that
god.
they got. I haven't entered those in yet, but from the ones I did enter in, from the ones that I brought home before this last instance,
I will try some. Thank you.
having a collection go,
Give me one.
like I said, that was $21.65 and about $12.04 for value, is now $34.06. So I added about 1,250 comics to it.
Oh my god.
Total estimated value $16,533.
Nice.
$4,000 bump. But yeah,
What is the name of that app you use for your comics?
I use Comic Price Guide, but it costs like $50 a year. A lot of other people are talking about a guide called CLZ, saying it's cheaper. CLZ Comics, it's $15 a year.
Yeah, I gotta get something to.
It's a lot cheaper, but I don't know. I like the look of Comic Price Guide because it's a lot easier to like you can see it right there. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe next year I'll go ahead and hop on to CLZ and just give them both a try, and then just stick with the one that I've got. No, there's. Oh, you talking about right here? Is that Crashly in the background?
Harley there, yeah. Yeah, I want one that I can scan. Like you were talking, you can scan the book and put it in there.
I don't know if CLZ does or not. Like I said, I'll eventually drop the $15 on it and go through it, because once I'm looking at different things, different aspects. I'm finding a couple little. I've got a few connections that I'm working towards getting some books.
Yeah.
Just trying to get what I can for as cheap as I can. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to organize them. Right now, they're not organized at all.
I have a basic organization in mind. Like I have a couple long boxes that are just Superman, a couple that are just Batman. Then I have like my Batgirl, Robin, Catwoman, in one box. I have them kind of separated that way, but
yeah. See, with me, it's mainly going to be publisher plus alphabetize, and then I'm going to get little Post-it notes or something and put on the bags that stick up a little bit for all my key issues. So I can, I could easily find a key issue, because I'm thinking about going through them, and I don't like, because somebody asked me one time, what would your ideal comic book collection be? I said, how many comic books have they printed?
Yeah, one of each
title.
Yeah, one of each.
One of each issue. That's what my ideal collection would be.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of comics. And part of me is going, well, there's a lot of comics I've got in there that just aren't. I've got some duplicates. And there's also some that just, they're not my cup of tea, story-wise. So I'm thinking about thinning them down, maybe selling them in auction or something to get a little bit more money to feed getting the ones I want. Because I'd really like to get Uncanny X-Men built up. I'd like to add more to my Spawn. I really want to get back into Amazing Spider-Man and some Batman titles, stuff like that. So you never know. There's a new title out, man. I don't know if you've read it. Have you read Bunny Mask?
I saw it, but I didn't read it. I haven't checked that one out yet. I was going to check it out while I was standing there the one day, but I usually tend to stick to my normal Batman, Superman, Harley, Catwoman, those ones.
If you like stories that are somewhat of a horror, but more of a mind, make you think type thing.
Okay.
Bunny Mask, man.
I'll check it out.
I saw it when it came out. I didn't buy it. It wasn't a huge seller at my shop. I hadn't bought it yet. I was like, whatever. Issue 2 came out. And I was like, I had been in there a couple times, and I'm like, you know what? I finally dropped the hammer one time. I was like, I'm gonna get them. They kept calling to me. Like every time I went in, I'd pick it up and I look at it. I wouldn't take it out of the bag and thumb through it, but I just pick it up and look at it because something about it was calling to me, right?
I try to tell Val that too when I'm in the comic book shop. They called to me. I had to have it.
It did. Like it was like I just, which is funny because you read the book.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'll get it. And then I had them, and I hadn't read them yet. And the other day I was just relaxing for a minute, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna thumb through it real quick. I'm gonna pick it out, and I'm gonna thumb through it. Read issues 1 and 2 like that because it was just like, what? Like I'm sitting there going, they need to make a show on this. I've got issue 3. It's in a box. I gotta find it to pull it out, but that's gonna happen when I organize. But
yeah.
Oh, dude, I highly recommend Bunny Mask. The artwork is nice. It's not your classic comic book artwork, but it's not silly. It's a mature book. I mean, to give a small premise, Bunny Mask is somewhat of a mythical creature that kills people.
Okay. I started reading. I've been reading The Cult of Dracula. I talked about that before.
Yeah,
they're on a Lilith kick right now with it. So, like,
Halloween. I don't
okay, but it's not. They're simple stories. They're like 1, 2, 3. That's it.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to go along with that, but I was going through my stuff, and we talked about because I'm a big Anne Rice fan. I'll admit it. You know, I like Interview with a Vampire and the Vampire Lestat, and they did the Vampire Lestat comic books years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, probably in the late 80s, early 90s, they made the comic books. And I have them all. I have the whole set of the Vampire Lestat. I'm missing a few on Interview with a Vampire. I want to get. I have Wade looking out for them for me or trying to get them. That one and Queen of the Damned. I think they did the Mummy too, but I wasn't too much interested in that one. But I figure I don't think they're worth a lot of money. Wise, you know, the Interview with a Vampire and Vampire Lestat and all that. But I think it's cool to have with, you know, the other stuff I have. I have all the first edition of her books. I'd like to get the comic books and because they made them, you know.
Oh yeah, no, I get that. And no, Halloween. You may have heard her voice in the background if it carried from the other room, but she's working on. I had started a live, so she's working on finishing dinner.
I used to like. I still like Anne Rice. I've liked her since I read them, and I thought for a while it wasn't going to be that great. But she's in her, and she's put out a few new books lately that have been pretty good. Prince Lestat and a few other ones, and what's one? I tried rereading Interview. Yeah, Louis was just a little too whiny for me, but a lot of the Lestat books that she put out recently, especially, I think there's one called Lestat Bloodlines or something right now, or I forget what it was. I just saw it the other day, and I was going to check it out. She's even got a couple new werewolf ones out, although I think I might just stick to the vampire ones.
And I did mess up. That was Kung Fu. That was Captain Kung Fu that said they heard crashing in the background. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, if I mess up a little bit. I'm a little tired. But no, I'm going to read this. This is the premise of Bunny Mask on Aftershock's website, which Aftershock is the company that publishes Bunny Mask.
Yeah.
A new horror series from the creator of the Eisner-nominated Colder. Sealed in a cave before the dawn of man. Released by a crazy madman. Bunny Mask walks our world once more. But for what dark purpose does she use her unnatural powers?
Oh, it's
what's the connection to Bea Foster, a young girl murdered by her father 14 years ago? In order to save his life and his sanity, one man will have to discover the truth of what waits behind the mask.
You go, Rod Serling.
Like I said, it's decent. And I feel bad because I went ahead and read that, and I feel like I should have said spoiler because the premise gave away a spoiler. It said it said B who died 14 years ago. And I hadn't read that before I read the book. And when I got to that panel, I was like, okay. What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like... Which is why it has understandably.
Yeah, it was an interview with a vampire. That was for with Claudia and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why she put. I think she put Claudia in the books.
But no, man.
Can we jump right into Spider-Man now, or?
Yes, moving on from comic books to comic book movies. The Spider-Man No Way Home trailer is out. Released yesterday. I've watched it probably 30 billion times. The kids were watching YouTube videos and the trailer came on and they went to skip it because, kids can't watch trailer, commercials anymore. And I'm like, no, stop. Skip it. They're like, we got to wait 2 minutes. I'm like, it's 3 minutes. And yes, you do.
Yes, you do. As soon as it came out, Robbie was like, Dad, the Spider-Man trailer's out. The whole day beforehand, too. He was like, trailer comes out tomorrow, trailer comes out tomorrow, trailer comes out tomorrow.
I think they released it today because it was accidentally leaked out yesterday night.
Oh, someone leaked it out last night, but
it was actually leaked out yesterday morning.
Really?
And then Sony worked their butts off to get every video that had it leaked. Because I'm sitting there, I had got a message from someone that was like, dude, Spider-Man trailer leaked. And I went to look at it, and as I saw it, I'd click, it was taken down. Find another one, click, taken down. Find another one, click. And then I found one where somebody had recorded it on their phone, watching it on their phone.
That's the original.
Yeah.
And I watched it, and then I went to show another friend when I got to work, and it was taken down by the time I got there. And I think last night, probably about 10 o'clock or something, I saw that Sony had officially released it. And that's when I first watched it.
Oh, looks like Val's in the house, too.
Valerie!
Yeah, and I'm surprised how much Halloween that they did put in the trailer. It was a long, and it's supposed to be the teaser trailer. They put it out, and they did put a lot in that trailer. So I'm thinking
3-minute teaser trailer.
I can't wait to see what the first, official trailer is going to be. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, it's going to be epic, and I think we'll see it at the end of Venom. Or beginning of Venom. I think that trailer is going to release with Venom.
I think so.
The official trailer, I think it's going to be piggybacked on Venom.
Yeah, because I know it says it comes out at Christmas time.
You know what's hilarious? I'm not entirely sure if they're just trying to troll fans or if fans just don't get something, but have you noticed that the whole Mephisto talk is back?
Yeah.
It's Mephisto. That's not Doctor Strange. That's Mephisto. And I get it. I get why, but part of me thinks that Marvel and Sony are trolling fans with it because they know. I think they're looking at it going, all right, when we did WandaVision, everybody kept saying, it's Mephisto, because Mephisto, part of his soul is her kids and this and that, and they didn't do it.
Right.
And now they're like, ooh, we're going to have Peter go to Doctor Strange to try to do a spell to fix his, to fix his secret from being out. And in the comics, he does that, but Doctor Strange doesn't really do it. Mephisto does it.
Right.
Granted, it was like 10 years after where it is now, because Mephisto's payment was not Peter's soul. It was his marriage to Mary Jane, which completely and totally erased all the history Peter had with Mary Jane.
Right.
That's when you started getting Mary Jane dating Iron Man and this and that. It was just like...
Wow. Yeah, it went a little off.
It was towards the end of the Back in Black series. The whole reason he did it was because Aunt May got shot. And I love that segment in there, though, the beginning part. And that's why I was really hoping that they would do Back in Black eventually in the MCU, but obviously they're not.
Well, good night, Captain Kung Fu.
Good night. Sorry we didn't get to it sooner. I forgot, 9 o'clock every time.
Oh, geez. This is, what is Hollow Queen? This is supposedly what Doctor Strange was doing while WandaVision was a thing? Possibly.
Yes. From what I've reading and from what I'm seeing is, if you remember back when Iron Man 2 came out, We had Iron Man 2,
Unfortunately.
Thor. We had Iron Man 2, Thor, and the Incredible Hulk all came when they came out. They called that Nick Fury's bad week or something like that.
Okay.
Those 3 movies take place at the same time.
Okay.
That's why during Iron Man 2, Thor's hammer comes down. Agent Coulson has to leave to go get Thor's hammer. S.H.I.E.L.D. wasn't really involved in the Hulk thing going on. That was, if you actually watch the Incredible Hulk and look at what's going on the TV screens, other stuff's going on that's going on in the other movies.
Yeah.
They all take place at the same time. And from what I've been reading is Spider-Man No Way Home, WandaVision, and Loki are taking place. Basically, when they end, they're ending at the same time. Where the ending of Wanda going through and then hears her kids' voices was when the multiverse was created. And that in the ending of Loki, when they're talking to He Who Remains, when they're talking to the Kang variant. I know he's not Kang, people. You don't have to go, he's not Kang, keyboard warrior. No, he's a Kang variant. When they're talking to the Kang variant,
right,
and then the multiverse starts branching off, that is the result of Doctor Strange's spell. If it's Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying it's Mephisto. But what makes me think Marvel's trolling is right before they go to that, they've got Peter and his friends walking down the street, and there's a big sign that says "Devil in Disguise."
No, it's a guy holding a sign.
What?
That's a guy holding a sign.
Yeah, guy holding a sign. Yeah.
Saying "Devil in Disguise."
Yeah.
So I'm like, are they trolling? But then he walks in and it's like ice cold. So they're like, oh, Mephisto, it's Mephisto. He needs it ice cold. Why else would Doctor Strange's house be ice cold and, snow and everything? And I'm just like,
Yeah, Robbie thinks it's spoofed kind of thing. So
one of the reasons it's all cold is because the Hulk broke his roof and Doctor Strange wasn't around for 5 years, so he couldn't repair it.
Oh, okay.
It's just snowing outside. That's why this.
Yeah, Hulk broke his roof. Then he wasn't around for 5 years to fix it, so it was just cold.
Yeah,
it's like a simple. I don't know.
That's not simple. I'm sorry. How come he didn't have his roof? He's not going to have his roof
dead for 5 years. Thanos killed him.
Thanos killed Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange was dusted, but then he blipped back 5 months prior to this.
Okay. Yeah, but he could be busy.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm sure he's been busy, but you never know.
If it took place right after he got back from the fight, right after Endgame, then I could believe that. But it takes place months after. I mean, Spider-Man Far From Home took place like 5 months or 4 or 5 months after Endgame.
Excuse me.
So, and then No Way Home takes place when he comes back and he's swinging with MJ, and it goes on the thing saying Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So he's had half a year to fix his roof.
That was the ending I liked with
And every other scene in the movie, nothing shows snow. It doesn't show like it's cold.
Christmas decorations. That's how we got reminded of they're Halloween decorations, so it's like winter fall.
Oh, Halloween decoration. I don't know.
My thoughts are if you notice Wong is leaving with suitcases.
Yeah.
I think him and Strange were doing something and it brought it like they came in to I think they were somewhere, opened a portal and came into his house and like snow and everything blew in with it. And that's why Strange is all decked out like he was out hiking in the cold and stuff like that.
They have there's a few different things with that, but
that's my thought on that. But
I like how they show Peter like keep talking and messing up the spell and all that stuff, which I think is pretty prolific with the way Tom Holland can't keep his mouth shut about stuff.
I love that meme where it's like Tom Holland when he realizes someone leaked the No Way Home trailer. Tom Holland when he realizes it wasn't him.
Yeah. Yes, Hollow Queen. I used to live in upstate New York, and in Elmira, we had 36 inches of snow 2 days before Halloween. So I
Yes.
know what it can be like out there with that.
They can have snow on Halloween. I'm not saying that it couldn't be snow. I'm saying I don't agree with the whole it's because of the hole in his roof from Hulk, because he's had half a year to fix it.
Well,
I'm sorry. You can drop down some plywood.
busy. Who knows?
Doctor Strange.
He's a magician. He can fix it with magic in 3 seconds. He can sit there, he can just do that crap.
Wait, how was that? Do that again?
Do that crap. I mean, come on, seriously. They snapped Thanos. You're telling me he's still got the Eye of Agamotto or whatever on his necklace.
Yeah.
So he obviously got the time stone back, so he could just stand there and just rewind it.
Yeah.
Like he did with the apple in the first movie.
He just doesn't care. It's expensive.
Yeah. Well, with the price of lumber and plywood today, you never know. So.
No, that was Ferdinand.
Oh, Ferdinand. Yeah, Ferdinand's usually the one that makes an appearance for you.
Yeah, Callie was up here earlier, but she ran off. No,
there was so much in that trailer still. Like when you saw the pumpkin bomb come in.
Yeah.
And Doc Ock, that was an entrance, man, for Doc Ock coming in for that. You saw the electricity. You saw,
a lot of people are saying a lot of people are saying they saw the lizard's hand reach out for Peter.
Something like
I
that.
have a feeling they're going to do that.
I want to see if they do the Paul Giamatti, the Rhino.
I don't think they're going to do Rhino.
I don't think we're going to get Rhino. That might be later. But I know they've shown him in other movies.
He was in the end of Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah. Amazing Spider-Man, too.
I have a feeling that they're going to do Tobey.
It would have been Return to Tilda Swinton, and then that's right.
Yeah, give it to Thanos and Thanos.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there was so much of that. I just like
I forgot about Captain America taking him back.
Yeah, Binks is down here being bad. So Val, but just the way Ock came in, he's like, "Hello, Peter." I was like,
I have a feeling.
I think what it was is the trailer was like, okay, we need to release a trailer. The fans are going to tear us apart. And they were like, what are we going to put in it? Well, we don't want to go – we keep saying that Maguire and
Garfield
aren't in it, so we can't put them in it. Okay, we'll call it a teaser, but let's go ahead and hint at some of the other ones they're guessing. And, well, Doc Ock already said he was in it, so let's go ahead and show him in the trailer.
Yeah. Although I still think those pictures that Robbie sent me and then I sent them to you.
Yeah,
I think that's legit. I'm gonna.
I do too. They're there. I'm sorry, they're gonna be in it.
Yeah,
they rebranded it to the Spider-Man universe, and
what?
You know how Doc Ock's on the bridge?
Yeah,
and he says hello, Peter. There's no way you could have noticed Tom Holland's Peter, so that could be Tobey.
That's true too. Robbie pointed out Doc Ock comes in on the bridge. He doesn't really know Tom Holland's Peter. He knows Tobey Maguire's Peter.
At the same time, though, he knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Possibly.
So he could be talking to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, not knowing that it's not his Peter Parker.
Yeah. I mean, he could have saw the suit and said, "Hey, Peter," but just in case,
Yeah, I mean, they're in it. I'm going to call that they're in it. And everyone's all like, "Oh, well, this and that." Trailers are pieced together. We're not getting a set by set.
Yeah.
Everybody's all like, Strange and Spider-Man are fighting. They're fighting in the mirror universe. He might be training him.
Yeah.
It could be. My theory is that Peter gets that we get a variant of Strange, and Peter has to go get something from his house to take to to MCU Strange.
Well,
and that's where you get that scene where you got Doctor Strange knocking Peter out of his body.
I kind of agree with Holoqueen here on this
square.
Like with Holoqueen, the way they edit trailers sometimes, it puts it a little out of context. So I think this might be something weird.
Well, with the train scene and the city scene falling in when Strange is saying what it's saying, it's clearly the mirror universe. Like they show stuff that looks like the mirror universe. I believe those.
Yeah, they show him flipping through all the different universes.
And then the scene where Strange is knocking Peter out of his body.
Yeah,
and Peter's holding this little cube thing. I believe that's the scene, and it may be And that's why I'm thinking maybe it's a variant Strange, or maybe it's the actual Strange, and Peter has to go get something that's in Doctor Strange's house, and they end up fighting again. Who knows?
Yeah,
but yeah, no, yes. The editing, like where it's got Peter on the car after Doc Ock goes, "Hello, Peter," and he stands up and puts his, it does this little nanite suit thing. I don't think that's a legitimate 100% scene to go with that scenario. That situation.
Yeah, I think it's kind of flipping around there on that one.
Yeah, and some of the scenes may not even be accurate. Like we may be seeing Tom Holland's Peter Parker in place of Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker, in place of other ones. Because come on, this is the same studio, not just Sony, but Marvel brought us Hulk fighting in Infinity War in the final battle. We didn't have that. We had Hulkbuster.
Right.
So they obviously will.
They're trying to throw you off to see what you're going to, what you're actually going to get, and what they're, teasing around.
Yeah, because the way Tom Holland.
Val, I do not think that this movie's only going to be the good parts, or the trailer's only the good parts.
No, this one they've been putting this one together for a while. I think this is going to be. I think we're going to get at least a 9 out of 10 on this one. There might be some little flaws that people are going to be like, I didn't like, but I'm saying at least 9.5 out of 10 on this one.
I really want to see. They're talking about their web shooters, and Toby's like, "What web shooters?"
Yeah, Robbie pointed that out. He said he wants a scene where the three of them are talking about their web shooters, and Tobey Maguire's like, "Web shooters?"
Yeah.
And he's like,
Darn you, Stan Lee, for suggesting that for him.
Yeah, right.
They should all do the Tobey Maguire dance from Spider-Man 3.
He wants them all walking down the street doing the little Tobey Maguire emo dance from Spider-Man 3.
No.
I know Tobey Maguire a lot, but someone pointed out that Tom Holland, when he's on the car, is in the same suit that Tobey Maguire wore in Spider-Man 3, the tuxedo. Before he throws the MJ.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they're putting in there that's like Easter eggs from previous movies. Things like that.
Like William Dafoe's laugh.
Oh, yeah, when the pumpkin bomb came in.
Oh, yeah.
You heard William Dafoe's laugh in the background.
I got goosebumps when I heard Willem Dafoe laugh. I got goosebumps. I was like,
I did too.
Yeah,
I love it. You know what? I thought Emo Peter was. I knew it was supposed to be the suit taking over on him. I thought it was funny. I just thought
it was. I thought it was funny too. Spider-Man 3 could have been so much more if the studio hadn't forced him to put in so much crap.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do Venom in that movie. He wanted to build up to Venom. He wanted Sandman to be the main villain.
And, they put Harry
arc. And they turned around and was like, no, Venom has to be the main villain. So he's like, you know what?
Yeah, they forced a little too much in there. Like, you got one big villain in Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 2, you got crap going on with Doc Ock and all that stuff. And then they just threw everything into 3 and just kind of – it was too busy for the time frame. But I don't know.
They were building up,
even Hobgoblin I wasn't crazy about.
They were building up Mysterio for the 4th one. Bruce Campbell was supposed to be Mysterio.
Oh, I didn't know.
There was the thought process that Bruce Campbell was going to be Mysterio, and
because they were setting up
all kinds of different things. They never – I think part of the whole talked about 4th script was after the fact. I think he had an idea where he was going, and he wanted it to be from what I read back when Spider-Man 3 was being made.
Yeah.
Was Venom was going to be in it, but he wasn't going to be the main bad guy. It was leading up to Venom. Like, basically, it was going to end with Venom doing something in the background while Peter was fighting Sandman and Green Goblin.
If they would have taken the part where he peeled the black suit off, and then it took to Brock, and then they just had the little Venom like scream face like in the alley kind of thing and left it at that would have been perfect. It could have set up something else, and they should have just left it at that.
And that the plan was that by the 4th movie, it would be you would get Venom, and it would lead up to a Sinister 6. So then, if he did decide to make a 5th, like he was wanting to make like 5 or 6 movies total, and by the end, he wanted to make a movie. From what I read back when he made Spider-Man 3, now it could have been hearsay, whatever. But his plan was to eventually make a movie where Peter where Spider-Man and Venom were fighting side by side against Carnage as the overall.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're going to do it with, Venom and everybody are in San Francisco.
Well, I'm saying that's how it was back then. Now, we're got a whole new universe. They can bring in these characters. They can reference those movies. I love the fact that we can do that. And, Venom is in San Francisco, but we haven't watched Venom 2.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
Eddie
agree
Brock is in San Francisco right now. But why was Eddie Brock in San Francisco in the first place? He was in San Francisco because A, that's where the girl he loved was, and B, that's where the company he was trying to take down was.
Yeah.
Well, now we know just from the Venom trailer, the girl he loved is getting married to the other guy. We know he already took the company down because of Venom 1, and now he's got to deal with Cletus Cassidy. That could take him anywhere.
I love that part of the trailer, and for that, when he was like, "Oh shit, it's a red one!"
It's a red one. No! What are you doing? What are you doing? Get out here! You can eat everybody. Are you sure? Yeah. Yes.
And I agree. I agree with Hollow Queen about Spider-Man 3 was Raimi's fault, and then they just threw it out the window by watching Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No, it was Avi Arad who put.
I know that's the point. They blamed it on Raimi, but all of a sudden, boom! Amazing Spider-Man 2. When the studio has to put their
everyone thought, everyone, the studio did a decent job blaming Raimi for the Spider-Man 3 messing up, and then they did Spider-Man 2, and everybody's like, nope, we need Raimi back. It was your fault, not Raimi's.
Raimi is vindicated, whatever. Raimi. Reboot. He's vindicated. We saw Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Which I was like, oh man, I was not a fan of how Raimi did Green Goblin in Spider-Man 3.
The Hobgoblin?
No, Green Goblin. Harry Osborn is the Green Goblin, just like his dad's the Green Goblin. The Hobgoblin was a few other people, and actually Ned, Peter's best friend in Homecoming and Far From, he's the Hobgoblin.
I thought they called Harry. They called Harry Hobgoblin.
If they called him the Hobgoblin, then it was wrong because Harry, in the comics, Norman Osborn dies by skewering himself with his own glider, just like they did in the Spider-Man movie.
Right.
Then Harry eventually finds the stuff, starts doing it to himself, and he takes on the mantle of Green Goblin just like his dad. And for the longest time, Peter thinks that Green Goblin's back.
Yeah.
When Peter and Mary Jane are at their wedding, getting married, Harry is jealous and everything because he was in love with Mary Jane as well. He shows up to terrorize the wedding and everything, and Harry ends up getting killed as the Green Goblin.
Yes, they were calling Harry Hobgoblin in Spider-Man 3.
Well, he was supposed to be
which was wrong. Villain. Yeah, he was supposed to be the original main villain.
Threw in Sandman Venom last
but they threw it off.
But they, he's either way. I think Spider-Man 3 they just called him Goblin. I believe they were calling him Hobgoblin, Amazing Spider-Man.
What?
But Harry in the comics was the Green Goblin. Yeah. And then another one of these story arcs that I really like out of the Spider-Man comics was Spider-Man Revelation. It was a 4-book series.
Right.
And Mary Jane's pregnant. Peter, she's going into labor, and Peter's just getting hit over and over and over again with villains.
Oh, that's not a movie.
Okay.
No, it's in the series. He's getting hit over and over and over again in the movie, or by villains. And it gets to a point where there's a bomb at the Daily Bugle, and Peter goes there to disarm it. And when doing so, Norman Osborn steps out of the shadows and finds out that Norman Osborn was behind
everything. Yeah.
He survived the attack, the glider skewering him, and he was going to go back to get his stuff. And when he did, he saw Harry find it, and then watched Harry become the Green Goblin in his place, and was like, ooh, okay. And just watched from the shadows. And then once Harry died at the wedding,
right there. Do it over there.
Norman
Do it
put
over
this huge plot to make Peter think he was the clone and Ben was the actual Peter Parker, and all kinds of stuff. By the end of those 4 issues, Ben Parker was dead, and it was revealed that he was the clone. Mayday Parker was dead or kidnapped. Their daughter, Peter and Mary Jane's daughter. They said it was a miscarriage, but the book ended with that segment ended with a nurse that was there during the miscarriage leaving the hospital with a baby. They utilized that story in the Marvel Comics 2 Spider-Girl series.
Yeah.
They did of Mayday Parker. And then just overall, and then by the time it was said and done, it was an amazing, amazing story. Because I mean, he's just getting hit villain after villain, Rhino, Kingpin, just over and over again. I mean, that was my favorite Spider-Man story in the comics until Back in Black. When Peter dons that black suit, which that was the other thing that got me, is he's wearing a black suit in one part of this, and he's in, and it could be a suit from Far From Home. We don't know.
Yeah, the stealth suit that he had.
But he's wearing it. He's wearing it inside of a building of some sort, and there's people, and he takes the mask off, and then somebody's pointing, and he takes off running. So I don't know if they're going to, how that's going to work, because a lot of this is going off the Back in Black series of what's going on in the No Way Home movie. But that just the thing that burns in my head is after Aunt May gets shot and Peter goes off the deep end, goes to his apartment, grabs the black suit, puts it on, and just goes from lackey to lackey, person to person, trying to find out who it was, makes his way to Kingpin in prison, and shows just how powerful Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
Kingpin's all like, "Oh, what are you going to do, little spider?" And Peter just beats him within an inch of his life.
Huh.
And is like, "What, my aunt's in the hospital" type thing. And the whole thing was because Iron Man convinced Peter to sign the accords that, not accords, but the government paperwork that made superheroes out who they were.
Right.
And because everyone then knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, it put a hit on Peter, and Aunt May ended up getting killed, or not killed, but she got shot and put in the hospital instead. And that is why Peter went to Doctor Strange to say, "Hey, we need to get everybody to forget that I'm Spider-Man because my friends and family are getting hurt." And then allow Mephisto to come in and go, "Okay, but you have to give me something in return." And everybody's thinking, "Oh no, it's going to get Peter's soul." And nope, he wants his marriage to Mary Jane.
It's
you read that storyline.
It's oh my god, a brain for. Oh, okay. It would have been cool to see Kingpin from the Affleck Daredevil movie, but obviously the actor passed away. But I thought he made a great Kingpin. He would have been great to see in something.
Oh, he did. I like Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin too, though. I really enjoy Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin.
I still can't get past him from all those years ago in Adventures in Babysitting as the mechanic Thor.
He's a
heck of an actor. I mean,
how are we going to be seeing Kingpin in the MCU? We have Daredevil coming.
You always look at that, but he is an excellent villain. I mean, look, Men in Black. Seriously.
Yeah, he is good. I won't
recognize him in Men in Black. He's that good.
Even Criminal Intent, when he was on Law and Order Criminal Intent. He's a great actor, don't get me wrong. It's just when you see something from... That's why I can't wait to see at the Star Trek convention, Stamets. I've been looking on eBay for the prop from Adventures in Babysitting, the Playboy with Elizabeth Shue on the front, just to say, doesn't she have the biggest boobs you've ever seen? His line from the movie from way back. Although he's probably trying to put that way behind him, but I think that would be interesting to bring up.
You can put that behind him by killing him off the show Discovery. But yeah, man, no, we talked a lot about Spider-Man. We need to move on because either way, I'm stoked. We're gonna have more content of Spider-Man to come throughout the next few months because of the movie. But
How about
last week we didn't get to talk about it. I know. Hopefully, people were wondering what we thought about it. Season finale of the Bad Batch pizza. What were your thoughts on it?
I was surprised. I was really surprised. I know it was a two-parter, and I watched part two. I finally, I saw it and got to watch part two. It seems like there may be a redemption story coming, but I'm not sure. Like, he seems like Crosshairs wants to be a good guy, but he still seems a little torn.
Stubborn.
Not to go off, but why is Adventures in Babysitting such a deep cut, Hollow Queen? I'm curious. I just saw that.
It is such a deep cut.
I love it.
Yeah, but it's you say Vincent D'Onofrio, you think people would say Men in Black is a deep cut for him.
Yeah, he only had that little part in Adventures in Babysitting. Yeah, it was like at the end where he comes up with the hammer and everything, and I was dying. It's a deep cut because it's not something everyone knows, and it's not one of those movies that you associate an actor or actress with.
Right, yeah. Hey, Dan Aykroyd, I loved you in Garfield.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd liked
Justin Timberlake.
For Bad Batch, I was surprised. I mean, you knew the Empire was going to do something big with Camino anyway when they were talking about getting rid of the clones. You knew that was coming. Yeah. I noticed with a lot of these Disney cartoons with Star Wars, they're not really cliffhangers because you never know when they're going to end the series, apparently.
Yeah.
So it just kind of shows the, off into the kind of thing.
I really liked the episode.
Yeah.
It was a great episode. I liked the storyline. I was disappointed that it was a season finale.
Yeah.
I felt it was too much of a. It felt more like a filler episode. Like it to me, the first part of that two-parter was the bigger part of the episode.
Right. I think
there was
more meat to it. Yeah, there was more meat to the episode.
A lot more. This was, they're escaping a planet and they need to get out before they get eaten by a shark. Okay.
Yeah, I thought there was too much time spent with are we going to go through the tunnels? Oh, wait.
And exactly.
Yeah, it was a little fluff. I think it was a little too much fluff in there.
It felt more like a second act and not a third act.
If they would have put them going to, sneaking in, the first episode, and then the big fight and the, destroying Camino as the second part, I think I probably would have liked it a little better if they just reversed the episodes.
Well, not so much reverse the episodes. If they would have just stretched out the first... Well, I mean, technically it's a three-parter because you got that first part. And when he gets captured, when Hunter gets captured.
Yeah.
But the Witcher movie...
I know Anna's
the Witcher movie.
Anna's been watching an animated Witcher. My daughter Anna has been watching an animated Witcher.
I've watched the season 1 on Netflix of The Witcher starring
with Henry Cavill. I watched that one.
I haven't seen the Witcher movie
because Yennefer is still my favorite.
But
the animated one. Yeah, it's an animated one. Anna is torn with it. I think she's protesting it because she's waiting for the live action to come back out.
Season 2.
Yeah, I think she's been
Henry Cavill.
He's been
hardcore on that.
Yeah, I think she's been stomping around with a sign protesting the animated one.
Highlander.
Because she's waiting for the new season to come out. I'm waiting for the new season because I miss Yennefer. But anyway.
Oh yeah, no, I have not watched that one. I'll have to check it out. I definitely have to check it out.
I haven't seen much of that yet. I've seen I won't say no to more Henry Cavill in his bath. Yeah, you and a lot of other women. Yeah, I was singing the way they say "toss a coin to your Witcher." I've been making up my own little version of that, and it's like toss a coin to your Witcher and see Yennefer's boobies. That's been kind of my little version of that little song I've been singing around the house.
Oh man,
the one girl's room key in the game was a common item. Meaning people had it.
Yes. But
I wager that too.
I've been doing that, and I've been the Lower Decks has been back out.
There you go. I haven't been watching Lower Decks because
they're only on episode 2. Episode 3 will be this Thursday.
it's something that I'll probably binge after they all come out. It's not one of those that I'm like, ooh, I gotta watch the next one type thing. It's
yeah. Well, they've been really putting a lot of Easter eggs in the first 2 already. They already referred to Gary Mitchell's character in the first episode, things like that. They've been doing with the Collector from the Next Generation and things like that. They've been having a lot of Easter eggs going around. They even referenced the original animated series where you had the giant Spock.
Mm-hmm.
They had the Collector had a giant skeleton in a blue science outfit from the cartoon. So it was.
And I'm not knocking the series. Like I said, I watch it. I'll probably wait till they all air and then just watch them all at once, binge it. Yeah. I'm not knocking the series when I say this because it is a fun show to watch. Yeah. But that's what the show is. It's a fun show of Star Trek nostalgia. If it didn't have the Easter eggs in it, it would be a pointless show because that's the whole point of the show is to have the Easter eggs. That's what I got from it. I mean, it doesn't.
I think you're getting the original. They're kind of, because I noticed Discovery and all them are kind of off the path of like the Next Generation and Deep Space Nine and all them. So this one kind of brings it back to that universe, but a lighthearted thing with it. So you're not like on the whole Discovery dark and gloomy and Burnham crying every episode. You're back to the TNG universe, but it's fun and it's hysterical the stuff they do in there. I giggle through the whole thing.
Like I said, I'll binge. I'll binge it when it comes. It's like the Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movie. I can enjoy the movie. I can watch the movie. I can have fun with the movie. It's not my favorite comic book movie because it doesn't take itself too serious enough.
Yeah.
It feels more like a Deadpool style. Deadpool's good because it's in the comic. He broke the fourth wall. That's who Deadpool is.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Suicide Squad was like. It's a little too jokester for me.
I mean, I thought the best character in the whole part of that movie was King Shark.
Oh, King Shark was amazing.
Stallone just he's and fake mustache when he was walking around like that. I was giggling through the whole thing. We were in the mall because I know Robbie had issues with the Suicide Squad, and we were in the mall and we said something about it. And the girl was like, "Oh, how'd you like it?" Robbie practically pulled a Jim Carrey and was like, "This is what I have to think." And he just let her have it, what he liked and didn't like about the movie. But
like I said, it had its things. But we talked about that last time, so we don't need to get off subject and go back to talking about Suicide Squad.
Yeah. What about Star Wars Visions?
Star Wars Visions. I have not. I have not read a lot on it. From what I understand, Hello Queen, is that the one that is more of a anime style Star Wars?
Yeah, I think so.
Like it looks more like a Japanese style. Well, I don't want to say Japanese, Asian, because Japan's not the only country in that vicinity that makes anime. So, but the reason I say Japanese is because it makes me think more of a samurai style Star Wars. In that animation.
Well, I know they did with that Star Trek Prodigy that they got coming out too. And I'm still a little torn on how that one's going to be too, but
I'll have to check out that trailer, Hello Queen, because I like anime. I'm not like your diehard anime fans like a lot of people are, but I enjoyed Dragon Ball Z. Unless you're sitting here going, "Hey, here, watch," wow, favorite anime show. I can't even remember the name of it. The two brothers. Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal. Okay.
You watch some FMA. Oh yeah, I'll watch Full Metal Alchemist all day long.
I've started.
Like so
Anna's got me on Demon Slayer with her. We watched season 1 of Demon Slayer. It's all right.
Okay.
I mean, I remember there was a lot of anime when I was a kid. Like when it was really coming out, all the Speed Racer was technically the Japanese anime style
Yeah.
cartoons and things, and there was a lot of that when I was younger. But some of the things they put out, I'm just a little like.
Okay, so each episode is basically going to be its own story, and they're going to be done by different animation houses. So it's gonna be like watching the Animatrix,
Okay.
but with longer episodes. Okay, I can get that.
How about have you watched any of the?
To me, that partly just feels like content for content. Like I feel like they're just like, ooh, let's do this and throw it out there.
Have you watched any of the What If episodes yet?
I have. I was going to move on to that one too.
Okay, yeah, I haven't gotten to that. I wanted to watch the Peggy Carter one.
I absolutely loved the first episode.
Okay.
I enjoyed the second episode.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of them yet, so I'm not really sure yet of where they're going with it.
The second episode was lackluster to me. Like if they were comic books, like the second episode I'd be like, oh yeah, I'd read it and be like, yeah, I'm not gonna have to read it again. Like I could sit down and watch the first episode numerous times. It's just how often it lines up with Captain America: Winter Soldier, but in a what if storyline. Amazing. The second episode, yes, that's it. It was T'Challa, perfect human. Like, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
You know, it's what if T'Challa was Star-Lord? So instead of picking up Peter Quill, they pick up T'Challa because, there's radiation coming, or, there was signal emitting or something from Wakanda. So they picked up T'Challa. So now T'Challa's Star-Lord. Somehow T'Challa ended up having the same taste in costume as Peter Quill did. We don't get the music, but he has turned the Ravagers into great guys. He has made, like, Thanos is a Ravager now. Thanos works for him. He's the head of the Ravagers, and Thanos works for him. You get to see Thanos get beat up by the Black Guard.
Oh.
And the main big bad is the Collector, which I did love how they showed the Collector's strength because he is not a weakling. I loved how they showed the Collector's strength.
Okay, so like the Collector from Thor Ragnarok was not what he should have been. Right?
The Collector wasn't in Thor Ragnarok.
I thought Jeffrey Goldblum's character was supposed to be the Collector.
No, Jeffrey Goldblum's character was the Collector's cousin or brother.
Oh, all right. Then I completely...
The Collector is, he was at the end of Thor Dark World.
Yeah.
Thor takes the ether to him. In Guardians of the Galaxy, he was trying to get the Power Stone. Peter and them go to the Collector in the Celestial Head. Benicio del Toro is the Collector.
Okay. Oh, all right. So I watched that completely out of context then.
No, but yeah, Benicio del Toro is the Collector.
All right.
But I did love the Howard the Duck scene though. That was I like that.
Watch that.
It's like I said, it's enjoyable. You can watch it, but some things are just like, what?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, and it's got some Easter eggs. I don't know if Harley Quinn saw some of the Easter eggs. I mean, you've got Captain America's shield. So, like, we know, okay, Captain America's dead. Groot's dead. Korg from Thor Ragnarok is dead. A whole bunch of other stuff, because basically with Thanos gone, the Collector becomes the new Collector. Like, he's going through grabbing all kinds of stuff. But no, like I said, it was a decent show. I want to see the next episode. It didn't turn me off of it, but it did. It was a huge. It was like T'Challa. Ooh, like
yeah.
But it was the last thing that Chadwick Boseman did before he passed for Marvel. So
how
it's
about
still worth watch.
And how about with have you seen Free Guy yet?
No, I have not.
That was Robbie's big thing last week, is he wanted to see Free Guy. And we saw it, and I was dying.
I heard it's hilarious.
It is hysterical. For any spoilers for anybody that hasn't seen that yet, but they have him fighting. It's almost like a boss fight kind of thing at the end. He's literally fighting a muscular version of himself, and they call him Dude. He's fighting the character Dude, and you see the big arm come up, and he goes to hit him with it, and all of a sudden, Ryan Reynolds' guy does this thing like this, and he puts his arm up, and a shield pops up, and then you turn around, and it's Captain America's shield, and everybody's watching this streaming, and they show Chris Evans in a coffee shop going, "What the shit?" Like freaking out that his shield was there.
Oh, I gotta watch that movie, man. We wanted to watch it, but we decided other things.
Yeah, it was good. There was a lot of cool.
We were going to go to the drive-in and do the double feature of that and Jungle Cruise.
Yeah,
but no, man. I want to see it. I do. Night, Val. Have a good one. One last thing. We're going to wrap it up soon, but one last thing I want to talk about. Pizza hasn't seen, but oh my gosh, man. Titans Season 3.
Yeah,
so many people have issues with Titans because, yes, the storyline has plot holes. Yes, it can feel like it's all over the place. Yes, it's got issues. But honestly, have you read DC comic books?
They're all over the place, yeah.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, they're all over.
It reminds me of DC Comics. I love DC. I love Marvel. I love Image. I love all of them. Not like a DC guy or a Marvel guy. I'm just saying. You can't look at it. You got to call a spade for a spade.
Catchphrase. I like that.
I love Star Wars, but you can watch the original Star Wars trilogy and go, okay.
Yeah.
You got some issues here, and you got some issues here. But overall, you're an amazing film. Nothing's untouchable. Nothing's perfect.
So
Season 3, yeah, my wife is.
Are all the episodes there already?
No. They released the first 3 episodes on release day, and then they've got episode 4 is out. And
there, okay.
Comic books are made of issues. Bam!
Yeah,
there you go. That's your rim shot. Spoilers, man. Spoilers. Hardcore with the Red Hood.
Yeah, I saw previews like that where he's talking about he retired Batman.
It starts out with Jason Todd at the Batcave listening to stuff, and he hears the Joker's laugh.
Right.
And he hears the police talking about the Joker. Oh, he escaped, And he's like, I've got him. I know where he went, because he was able to track him down. He calls up Bruce and goes, Bruce, I've got the Joker. And Bruce is on a plane. He's like, I'm not going to be back till morning. Just hold tight. Just hold tight, Jason. Do not engage him alone. I'll be back in the morning. Okay. Hangs up. Jason reaches over, picks up this mask with something in it, takes it, inhales it, looks at the Robin suit and goes, I've got this. Gets in the Robin suit, goes to the theme park, the rundown theme park where the Joker's at, gets 10 feet inside the theme park, and the Joker beats him to death with a bat. Right there, beats him to death. You're like, holy crap. They went hardcore. They did it. They did Death in the Family. Boom. So things happen. Dick gets called. He's like, okay, I'm coming to Gotham. Goes there for the funeral. Barbara Gordon's in it now. She's commissioner. She's already in a wheelchair. She's already been shot by the Joker. All that.
So she's not Oracle yet?
I don't know if she is Oracle or has been Oracle. I'm not sure where they're going with her character right now. Okay. We know that she was Batgirl. She's not Batgirl anymore. She's Commissioner Gordon. Her dad is dead. Alfred's dead. You find out that Alfred died.
Holy shit.
And stuff. Dick goes to her and says, hey, will you talk to Bruce? He's not handling Jason's death well. And she's like, oh, it is what it is. Remember when Alfred died? He's like, yeah, this is different. He's not handling it well. Bruce was already looking for a new Robin. Was just shutting down type stuff. And Barbara goes over and tears into Bruce. Just tears into him. This was before Dick finds out, before Nightwing finds out that Bruce was looking for a new Robin. Well, later that night, Nightwing walks in, and Bruce was looking for a new Robin, and Nightwing tears into him. Well, he goes to bed. He wakes up and looks over, and Bruce is standing in his doorway. Drops an object on the floor. I think it was a bat or something. Drops it on the floor.
I think so.
You guys are right. It's done. Joker's dead. I'm leaving. Do better than I did. And Bruce leaves. Batman killed the Joker. Broke into Harlem. Beat the Joker to death. And then left.
Dude.
All in the first episode.
I'm gonna have to watch that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to. I think that the first season started off a little slow for me with things. I guess they were trying to do the character builds.
Yeah.
Through the whole thing. Second season, about, most of the way through with that one. I like Superman's son. The Superman character, the Superboy
Connor,
character.
the clone.
Yeah.
Connor.
Clone. And so I'm waiting to see what they're going to do. But yeah, it sounds like they're going.
I don't want to give you guys any more spoilers on that, but that's the first episode. By the time you watch the third episode, you're going.
So we've already had the Killing Joke and all that stuff through this. So
yeah, you just like what?
Yeah, I know
third episode. It goes.
I wonder why they did it where they beat him with a baseball bat instead of the crowbar that he usually used. Because I know that's the meme that was going around with.
It could have been a crowbar. I don't remember.
Oh,
it's dark. They don't show it because I don't know why they don't show. Like they show it, but they don't show it. Like
right.
You can have it to where it's like cameras right here, but no, it's a panned shot of them two. There. Jason Todd on the ground, and it may have been a crowbar, and I think it probably was a crowbar.
Because I know that's the
watching it. Crashly was trying to sleep, so I was watching it with subtitles, and
gotcha.
I wasn't. I didn't have the full experience of watching the show, but oh man, it was still epic.
I remember the meme that's going around with my plans for the fall, and it shows Robin, Jason Todd's Robin, and then it says the Delta variant. It's just a picture of a crowbar. I'm like, oh, they went there.
Oh man. But no, man, it was great. I'm digging Titans. I can't wait for the new season of.
I'm holding fast for the new Star Trek seasons, the
yes
Discovery and all that, and I'm enjoying Lower Decks now as a light work into it, and then I know they're going to Discovery, and Picard is. I'm waiting for Picard. That's the one I'm waiting for, and that's supposed to be after.
I'm waiting for Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, that one. That goes without saying. If they do it the way they say they've been doing it, and all the interviews they've been talking about, it's going to be TOS, but like modern, and that's what I'm waiting for. I want to see Pike's, experiences and things like that, and I want to see Number One and Spock, and I want to see if they have Dr. Piper. Instead, obviously, it's not McCoy yet, so if it's going to be Dr. Piper.
Yeah, you never know. Doom Patrol, that was what my brain blanked on. New season of Doom Patrol, I want to see that too.
And Stargirl, I'm going to binge Stargirl eventually too.
Has the new season come out of that yet?
Yeah.
Speaking of Stargirl, did you watch the first episode of? Did you watch the first episode of Marvel What If?
Not yet. That's what I said.
All right, keep Stargirl in mind when you watch that.
Oh, okay.
Queen, are you still there? Have you watched Stargirl?
It looks like we have two watching it, and I know I'm one of them. So
I'm the other one.
Oh, there we go. No one's there anymore.
Bye, Queen.
That's all right.
It's all good. Now, when you watch it, think of Stargirl. Better time than any to end it. So later, guys.
Yeah.
All right. So you have not watched Stargirl. If you get a chance to watch Stargirl, then go back and rewatch the first episode of What If. You're going to sit there and go, am I watching What If or am I watching Stars and Stripes? Stars and Stripe, because anybody knows Stargirl comics, Star and Stripe is her, and Stripe, the car converted into an Iron Man type suit. So just watch What If, Pizza. Watch What If. But we're going to go, guys. It's been a blast. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with us. If you're catching on the replay, awesome. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a share.
Hit the like, hit the subscribe.
Notification bell so you know when we're going live and when we get off our lazy butts and start putting up some actual videos. Not going to happen for a little while, guys. We got time. We don't have time. So later, guys. Good night. Live long and prosper. This is the way. Nerdsters out. Find my mouse and broadcast.